8 September 2023 Morning Murli Shanti BapDada Madhuban. Sweet children, if you make a mistake, do not hide it from the Father. By continuing to hide it, you will hide yourself. Question: on what basis does the Father, who puts right that which has become spoiled, rectify everything for you children? Answer: on the basis of your purity. You children know that when the Father comes to reform that which has been spoiled, there are many quarrels over purity. Innocent ones have to tolerate being assaulted. You cannot become a deity without becoming pure. In order to change Bharat from a shell to a diamond, to change this land of sorrow into a land of happiness, to change the old into the new, you definitely have to become pure. You children help the Father in this respect. This is why, together with the Father, you children are also worshipped. Song: no one is unique like the innocent Lord. Shanti. Did you children hear the song? Which children? You, Prajapita Brahma Kumaris and Kumaris, heard the song. The Father says, I only speak this knowledge to the Brahma Kumaris and Kumaris. You children know that no Shudra Kumar or Ravan Kumar can sit here. Your very name is Brahma Kumaris and Kumaris. That is, you are the children of Prajapita Brahma. You know that the father of your Brahma Baba is Shiv, that the father of your souls is also Shiv. That father is the one who reforms that which has been spoiled. It is Bharat that has been spoiled, and it is Bharat that he is putting right. The Father says, Bharat was like a diamond. It was a land of happiness. In the new world, Bharat was new. It was a new kingdom of deities. Now that everything of Bharat has been spoiled, it is a kingdom of devils. Who can rectify that which has been spoiled? That is, who can reform it? No one except you Brahmins knows this. Truly, Bharat was very elevated, but it is now degraded. For no other religion can it be said that it was very elevated, but is now degraded. Those who lost their kingdom are once again going to rule it. Therefore, it is said that one comes again to reform that which has been spoiled. After the golden age, the silver, copper, and iron ages definitely have to come. Everything will have to be spoiled again for everyone. You definitely have to go through the stages of Sato, Raju, and Tamo. Everything at this time has been spoiled for everyone. This is a great deal of upheaval among all the religions. The Chinese are fighting among themselves, and so are the Buddhists. They all fight so much among themselves. Everything of all the innumerable religions has been spoiled. Everyone has become Tamapradhan and reached their stage of total decay. Everyone has to become Tamapradhan from Satapradhan. Ravan makes everyone Tamapradhan, and then Ram comes and reforms everything that Ravan had spoiled. You know who is called Ram? When people say Ram, Ram, and turn the beads of a rosary, they are remembering God. The very name is the rosary of Rudra, or the garland around the neck of Rudra, Shiv. People of all religions definitely remember that one. The bestower of salvation for those of all religions is Shiv. There must certainly be helpers with him. The rosary of Rudra does a lot of service. You children have to do a great deal of service. It is because you do service that you are worshipped. People create sacrificial fires of Rudra, not only in Bharat, but throughout the whole world as well, because you make the whole world pure. You take might from the Almighty Authority Father and create heaven. Therefore, The whole world should worship you children. The father is Rudra. People make a large Shivlingam out of clay to represent him, and they also make small saligrams. The name is the sacrificial fire of Rudra. You are worshipped because you did service when you were here. They create sacrificial fires of Rudra and do a lot of worshipping. They create hundreds of thousands of saligrams. First of all, there is the rosary of 8, then 108, and then 16,108. They are the ones who help Baba. Those who help a great deal would be close. You are now making effort to be threaded close to Rudra and the rosary. You simply have to remember the Father. It is very easy. It is very easy for children to remember their father. Soon after a child takes birth, he learns to say Baba and Mama. So you have become children of Baba and Mama. You also say you are the mother and the father. You now understand that you are sitting personally in front of the mother and father. The mother and father are giving you teachings to enable you to claim the kingdom. In fact, it should be a king giving you teachings to make you into kings, just as a barrister would teach you how to become a barrister. However, this is such a wonderful thing. The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, is the ocean of knowledge. He is the world almighty authority. He knows all the Vedas, the scriptures, and the Granth, etc. He is the incorporeal, knowledgeful, blissful, and merciful one. He bestows mercy on everyone. He has mercy for the whole world because the whole world has become Tamapradhan. The 5 elements are also Tamapradhan. He also has mercy for them so that they too become Satapradhan. This is why he is called the unlimited Savodaya, means the one who bestows unlimited mercy on all. This too is fixed in the drama. When souls became pure, everything becomes pure. Now, even the elements of nature are causing so much damage. There the elements are Satapradhan. No one ever becomes old there. So, the Father is the one who reforms that which has been spoiled. He alone is called the World Almighty Authority. That World Almighty Authority is establishing a kingdom. He himself is incorporeal. He cannot be called the Emperor, the Master of the world, or one who rules the world. He is Karan Karavanhar. He inspires the kingdom of deities to be established. He himself does not rule it. You children say, we are becoming world almighty authorities, the masters of the world. Then no one will have any authority over you. No one will be able to give you orders. There is no one else in the golden and silver ages. Therefore, you children have to prove that the Gita is the most elevated jewel of all the scriptures and that God taught Raj Yoga. You children know that you are becoming deities from human beings. When everything of human beings has been spoiled, the Father comes to make you into deities. Everything depends on purity. Some daughters write, Baba, we are assaulted a lot when we say that we want to remain pure. It has been explained to you children that you have to move along with a great tact. You have to be very clever in this. There is a play in which a woman cleverly performs many acts in order to save herself. The Father says, children, you have to become conquerors of attachment in this. There are many who have strings of attachment to their children and husband. A Kumari would only have attachment to her parents and brothers and sisters. After she marries, there are additions and it therefore increases. There is her husband and mother-in-law, and then when she has children, she had so much attachment to all of them. There is a double expansion. This is why you first of all have to become conquerors of attachment. You will then also have to face test. When a king wants to renounce his family, he first has to go to his guru. There he is made to cut wood and clean the ashram so that his body consciousness breaks. Such systems exist here too. The poor continue to do all of that work anyway. Those who come from grand families have a great deal of body consciousness. Therefore, they have to be tested. In the beginning, Baba also tested all of you. In order to break your body consciousness, you used to do everything, clean cars, do the laundry. So, when anyone comes, tell them that they will first have to do all of those tasks. It is very difficult for those from wealthy homes to come here. However, for the poor ones, there is the problem of being beaten. They don't allow them to remain pure. You have to interact with them tactfully, but you must definitely be complete conquerors of attachment. When you only partly conquer attachment, you have one foot on one side and the other foot on the other side, and you dangle in between. Many experience sorrow by dangling in this way. By forgetting the Father, they become dirty. The Father gives you many methods with which you can constantly stay in remembrance. It is by having remembrance that you will become conquerors of sinful actions. Baba has been given you Srimad for cycle after cycle. The kingdom is definitely being established. Those who make effort, as they did a cycle ago, cannot remain hidden. They can be recognized instantly. Maids and servants also have to be created. Since you stay here, and because you still remain the children, you will also come into the royal kingdom. However, you will become maids or servants and claim one status or another. Otherwise, where would the maids and servants come from? Subjects are not allowed to enter the palace. It is maids and servants who stay in palaces. Many say that it would be good if they became the maids and servants of Sri Krishna. He means Krishna would be more in their lap than in his mother's. Nowadays, nurses look after children. There will be great happiness experienced in looking after Sri Krishna. All the mothers rock Sri Krishna in a cradle on the festival of Sri Krishna's birthday. There, the maids will look after him. BapDada needs very good children. The father says, I have to make a great deal of effort in order to establish the kingdom. There are many twins of the various trees here. Those who look after them get fed up. While moving along, some are eclipsed by such bad omens. Don't even ask. Only the jaggery and its bag know this. That is, only BapDada knows. The father is the jaggery. He is so sweet. His bag, the one he enters, knows, and he himself knows. My Ravan slaps you in such a way that you don't even realize it. If you have disobeyed Baba, you should at least ask to be forgiven. Otherwise, you will have to endure a great deal of suffering. Some are eclipsed by Maya in such a way that even after it has been explained to them, they still do not understand. Baba himself says, sometimes I have very good yoga, whereas at other times Maya brings so many storms, don't even ask. Baba says, it is only when you first experience all of this yourselves that you are then able to explain to others. So, all the storms first come to Baba. Baba tells you, do not consider yourselves to be too clever. Don't think that you know everything. When your heart is clean, your elevated desires will be fulfilled. Only when your heart is clean, inside and out, and it's completely honest, will the Lord be pleased with you. Your children know that Baba is rectifying that which has gone wrong for you. We were absolutely like monkeys. Baba is making us worthy of living in a temple. We became the masters of the world, and We then receive an enclave in a temple to sit in. The golden age is called Shivalaya, means Shiv temple. We became the masters who rule the kingdom of the whole world. Later, temples are built for us in which we are worshipped. We are the first ones who worship. We were worthy of being worshipped, and we then became worshippers. We are now once again becoming worthy of being worshipped. Everything is explained to you very clearly. However, Maya spoils the heads of even good children. Body consciousness causes such a great deal of damage that you commit one sin or another. May no one disobey shivbaba. May no one hide anything from him. Dharmraj is also here to punish you a great deal. You should be afraid of him. If you disobey Baba, you have to ask to be forgiven. Write to Shivbaba, care of Bramha. Baba, today I made this mistake. There is the fear that Brahma will read at first. Oh, but he is your father, who gives you teachings. Mama also gives you teachings. When someone tells you anything, you then give this news to Shivbaba. Mama and Baba also come to know a great deal is explained to you. You must not become like a wild elephant. An elephant has a great deal of body consciousness. Body consciousness causes a lot of damage. It has continued for half a cycle. There you have the awareness that you are souls and that you have to shed your old bodies and take new ones. You are said to be soul conscious there. Here all are body conscious. Therefore, you children should continue to take Srimad and never try to hide your mistakes. While continuing to hide them, you will hide yourselves and your yoga will then break. God alone is the authority to put right that which has gone wrong. You have now become his children. Acha, to this extremely sweet, beloved, long lost, and now found children, to the stars of knowledge, number-wise, according to your efforts, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, BapDada. The spiritual father says, Namaste to the spiritual children. The spiritual children says, Namaste and good morning to the spiritual father. Essence for the dharana. First point, make your heart clean, inside and out, and thereby please the Lord, your Father. In order to be protected from being eclipsed by Maya, tell the Father everything honestly. Second point, become complete conquerors of attachment and don't be pulled in the slightest way to any bodily beings. Make full effort to break body consciousness. Blessing. May you become a great magician and bind the one who is free from bondage with the magic of your love. Explanation. You children are even greater magicians than the Father. You have such a magic of love that you bind the one who is free from bondage. Even the Father cannot think of anyone except you children. He constantly remembers you children. You invite the Father for meals so many times. You eat with him, you walk with him, and you also sleep with him. When you perform any action, you say, it is your work, you inspire us, and we use our hands and instruments to do that work. You then hand over any burden of that action to the Father, and so you are great magicians, are you not? Slogan. Those who transform adverse situations with the power of their original state can never be distressed. Om Shanti.